Hi, I'm Nissa with US Products. We're really excited to introduce to you the Pegasus Platinum 1200S, and we'll be bringing Mark Baxter around. He'll be talking to you more about kind of the components and how to operate this machine, but we're really excited to introduce it to you.
I'm Mark Baxter with US Products. The question with hard surface cleaning with a portable has always been the limited hours of runtime prior to pump rebuild. This hinders production, it has labor costs associated with the rebuild, and it has lost time equated in not being able to be at the job site. US Products has stepped up and designed a unit that answers all of these questions with a resounding positive result. So let's walk through what makes this unit the best on the market. First off, we have dual 5.7 3-stage top-mounted vacuum motors mounted directly to the recovery tank. This produces 200 CFM. CFM is the most critical thing when we're talking about hard surface cleaning. The tools we use that are in this industry for this type of hard surface cleaning have very large surface areas and they require high CFM. Secondly, we have our vacuum inlet, which on this example we're looking at is 1.5 inches, but it's also available with 2-inch vacuum inlet to utilize the CFM to its fullest potential. On the underside of this, we have the filter bag. So any contaminants that are coming in off of the surface are filtered prior to hitting the dump pump located in the recovery tank. The dump pump in the recovery tank is a 15-gallon per minute evacuation rate, which cuts down on cycle times and operational hours during the life of the unit. We have our auto dump connection here, which is a standard garden hose, male garden hose thread. On this side, we have our auto fill connection, which is for the male end of the garden hose, and the female end would be connected to the water source. We look further down on the unit here, we have our drain hose. So once we've evacuated the tank out, any water left in it can be evacuated out of the drain hose. We also have a pressure relief valve located here because anybody that's done hard surface cleaning has probably done what I've done in the past, which is energize the pump and put 1200 PSI against the QD, and conveniently located right next to the QD. Pressure regulator here. So this would be our pressure adjustment, our pressure gauge conveniently located directly to the side of it. On the back side of this unit, we have our switch plate, which is very simple operation. We got vac 1, vac 2. In hard surface cleaning applications, we're going to be running both vacuum motors. We have our dump pump and we have our high pressure pump. We have our power cord hangers here. We have our flush mount receptacles here. So once that is removed, we have the clean panel to the back. And then the unit here is the drain valve. So any solution left in the tank, you can take the unit outside and simply open this valve, and it will completely drain any water out of the system. Multiple fresh air inlet vents located on the rear wall for the AC motor. On the side of the unit here, we have a fan grate. And the reason the fan grate is here, it's not because there's a fan in there, but it allows you to look through this grate and see the oil level on the pump head. Now, the pump head itself. This is the beauty of this unit. This pump head is from the truck mount industry, and we note it's a cap pump. It is a direct drive shaft. This pump has an oil bath in it, so we're going to have the red dot, which is going to show us our oil levels. We want to check that daily just to make sure that we are in fact with proper oil level. First oil change would be at 50 hours of service, and then from then on, it's at a service interval rate. Oil drain plug is located on the bottom of the pump as it is mounted in the unit. There is a hole in the base to allow you to access the drain plug. So now we're going to open up this unit here. So what we're going to see is we have the AC Leeson motor. This is a 2 horsepower motor powering the cat pump. So this is at 1750 RPM. So 2 horsepowers driving at 1750 RPM and producing 2.2 gallons per minute through a typical floor cleaning spinner tool. All your pressure lines are hydraulic line. You have your pump inlet here, which is also broke to the drain side, and then you have your bypass from your pressure regulator. So what will happen is when you're not spraying the tool, you're going to have 0 on your gauge, and it's going to go into full bypass mode, which means the pump will transfer water through the pump head back into the solution tank. Once you engage the trigger on the tool, the pressure will come up to the desired reading. In this case, we would set the unit to 1200 for ceramic tile and grout. You will adjust it based off of the type of floor you're cleaning, from concrete to stone. And that adjustment is done by counterclockwise to lower pressure, clockwise to raise pressure.
All right, hi, I'm Nissa with US Products, and today I want to talk to you about the Pegasus Platinum 1200S. So this is our newest hard surface machine. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about this today. These are our 2 hoses, so we'll have our auto fill and our auto dump hose, and I'll go ahead and show you how we can get everything set up. So here we have our auto dump hose. We're going to hook it onto this area here. And just want to make sure that's nice and tight. And we have our autofill hose. And again, you just want to make sure everything is nice and tight on there. So next we're going to go ahead and hook up your vac and pressure lines. So we have your vacuum hose here. We're going to put it in this inlet here. You could get this to 1.5. You could get this in a 2-inch also. You want to make sure that this is nice and tight so you have the best suction. And then we have your pressure line here. And just make sure that's nice and tight as well. So we've got your hoses set up, your vac hose, and your pressure line. Next, what I'm going to do is go ahead and hook us up to the revolver. So I'll bring these lines over here. Again, same thing. We've got our hose. So you're just going to insert that there. Again, make sure it's nice and tight and secure. Your pressure line. Quick connect here. Got the twist, and we're ready to go. All right, now we're going to plug the unit in for power supply. We've got our 2 cords here. We've got cord 1 and cord 2. You'll see the green light illuminated. This tells you that you are on 2 separate breakers and the machine is ready to go. We'll go turn on vacuum 1, vacuum 2, your pump, and your dump pump. Now the machine is ready. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get started. Now that we finished our job, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get things cleaned up. So we'll start with taking the hose that we were using and we'll go ahead and suction out the water from the recovery tank. So you're just going to put this in here and we're going to turn on one of the vacuums. And that is going to start pulling the water out. Now we've moved that water from the recovery tank or the solution tank to the tank up here. And we can start disconnecting our hoses. And then we're going to go ahead and empty the water. Okay, so now that we are over here, we're going to go ahead and empty the water. And I'll go ahead and from this angle here, we're going to take this. All right. Go ahead and close it back up and attach it to your unit. So once you've drained the recovery tanks, you also have this drain valve here. This goes to the solution lines. So once you have your unit outside, what you can do is turn this switch here, and what it's going to do is drain any remaining water that are in the solution lines.
All right. So in conclusion, the Pegasus Platinum 1200S is the ultimate hard surface cleaner on the market. If you're doing casinos, if you're doing large commercial areas, veterinary clinics, hospitals, whatever it may be, and have been running into issues with having to rebuild your pump after 500 hours, which you hit very rapidly, this is the unit for you.
Really glad that we shared this with you. For more information or to order any of our products, feel free to give us a call or reach us at www.usproducts.com.